To you, Covfefe, we're going to let you make the call this morning. The president's ability, though, to harness the power of social media, Twitter in particular, really helped propel him to the White House. But this morning, that unique online megaphone is raising new questions about who's actually monitoring the president's primary means of communication with both the American people and the world. This morning, confusion over a tweet after President Trump posted at 12:06 a.m., despite the constant negative press, followed by the word Covfefe, the hashtag with that word trending overnight. The seemingly unfinished tweet remained up for most of the night, deleted just a short time ago, followed by this tweet from the president just after 6 a.m. Who can figure out the true meaning of Covfefe? Enjoy. Meanwhile, the Associated Press is reporting overnight that President Trump has been handing out his cell phone to world leaders, urging his counterparts from Canada, Mexico, and France to call him directly. It's an unusual invitation that breaks diplomatic protocol, raising concerns about the security of the U.S. Commander-in-Chief's communications. The AP also reporting that so far, only Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has taken the president up on the offer. All of it comes amid the backdrop of the Russia investigation, as fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is now expected to provide the Senate Intelligence Committee some personal and business documents related to the Russia investigation, according to a source close to Flynn. And this morning, the inquiry is expanding. Congressional investigators requesting information from President Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, and former campaign spokesman Boris Epshteyn. Cohen telling NBC News, "I have nothing to hide. I'm more than happy and willing to testify, but they have to be specific." Epstein's lawyer says he's waiting for more information before responding. As President Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner remains silent, White House officials are not denying reports he sought to set up secret back-channel communications with top Russian officials in the weeks before President Trump took office.
You're asking if he approves of an action that is not a confirmed action. That being said, in general terms, back channels are an appropriate part of diplomacy.
The bottom line here is the White House is still trying to find the proper message on the issue surrounding Jared Kushner and his contacts with Russia. Remember, this was the first time Sean Spicer had briefed in more than 2 weeks, and even now they're struggling to come up with the best way to suggest it, given the fact that the communications team that surrounds Jared Kushner, in fact, is different than the one that surrounds Sean Spicer. Matt, Savannah?
Peter, there's clearly frustration in the White House about the amount of attention this Russia investigation is getting. But with each passing week and with each new name being brought into this investigation, have the people at the White House started to accept the fact this is going to be around for a long time?
Yeah, Matt, for sure. I mean, I think it's clear that this isn't going anywhere. The White House recognizes that. I spoke last night to a close associate of the president's who told me that the seriousness of the investigation really began to settle in for the president when he got back from his recent foreign trip over the weekend. It's part of the reason why Reince Priebus, the chief of staff, and Steve Bannon, the chief strategist, came home early from this trip, why they're setting up this crisis management unit, or war room as some are describing it, and why the president's team is now looking to bring on board some new manpower, most recently interviewing former campaign manager Corey Lewandowski and former deputy campaign manager, a man by the name of Dave Bossie, but I am told, at least for the moment, it seems unlikely that they join.
And Peter, let's go back to this tweet for a minute. I mean, a typo is just a typo. It's not the end of the world. The president himself poking some fun at it this morning. On the other hand, does it signal any larger concern? I keep remembering Melania Trump saying on our town hall she wishes the president would stop tweeting. Is this a concern inside the White House?
Yeah, he certainly hasn't stopped tweeting despite that advice. I mean, sure, this is funny for a moment, but it does raise real questions. First of all, account security. Who tweeted it? Was it the president? Was it his social media director? Which other aides have his password? Is it on their personal phones? And then what if he had been announcing something a bit more serious? That would seem far-fetched, but anything's possible. You just think about how much trouble, how much of a distraction the wiretapping claims that he made months ago against President Obama on Twitter caused. And strikingly, this new tweet comes as the White House aides are floating the idea to some reporters of trying to make sure that the president's social media posts are actually vetted by a team of lawyers to create a system, as one advisor told the Wall Street Journal, so that tweets don't go from the president's mind out to the universe. But as a senior aide here told me, have you ever met this president? Matt and Savannah?
Peter Alexander, you say Covfefe, I say Covfefe. Everybody's talking about it this morning. Thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.